So let's go into it. How to make powerful decisions. I'm so excited to share this with you. So simple. Everything I teach is super simple, but it's not obvious. You have to use these things. You have to apply them in your daily life. Okay. So the first question you need to be asking yourself is, does this allow me to live my soul purpose more? This is a question you need to be asking every single day. Yes? Every day, because you're making decisions every day that are affecting your, let's say, future that doesn't exist. Okay, because you're putting seeds in the earth right now that are going to grow into your tomorrows that will never come, but it's that you arrive to this moment, you arrive to that moment, and you arrive to that moment. How I say it is, if you have the grace to be in your body, yeah, and I want you to start using this terminology because it will wake you up to the truth. Because when you fall asleep, I have time, your ego hijacks you. So if I have the grace to be in my body in 1 year, in 5 years, in 10 years, or whatever it is, then I want to be very intentional about what I create during that time. Okay? But you're not taking it for granted. You're not arrogant and assuming that you'll be around in the condition that you think you'll be, because as we know, things can change in a heartbeat. Okay, so you always want to be asking the question, does this allow me to live my soul purpose more? Now, who remembers what I taught about soul purpose and life purpose? This is very important at this interjection, right? So it is not life purpose. Does this allow me to live my life purpose more? Your soul purpose is being a happier, peaceful, more joyful human. Okay? That's your soul purpose. That's the only purpose of your soul, is to be, to understand reality, Think about it, okay? Reality is that you are temporarily living in this body. You're participating in a universe that is made of energy, where everything is vibrating on energetic frequency. So even though you're standing in this room, you're standing in this building, you're standing in the city, or you're sitting in this country, the country is on this planet, and this planet is hurtling through space and infinity. This is the reality that most of us don't live in, because we live in the narrowness of the ego. Yeah, and the ego just shows us the shadow of the world, of ourselves, of people. And once you start understanding your soul, you start living in the light, and that reduces the impact and effect of the shadow on your day-to-day life. So once you want to start accelerating your growth, you want to start shedding negative beliefs. You want to root in that question, does this allow me to live my soul purpose more? And every day you'll be taking decisions that do that. Okay, write that down, please. I really want you guys to get this. And let's take a moment to ground this, because this is so powerful. Yes? We take decisions. We're very focused on life purpose, right? Life purpose. I'm a teacher. I'm a mother. I'm going to dedicate myself to be a coach or mentor, whatever, right? I'm a technician, on the internet, whatever it is. I'm a branding expert. So we're very busy with that. And we make decisions, and I want to show you how to make better decisions on that realm. But the most important decisions need to be around connecting to your soul. Those are the most important decisions that you're going to be taking in your life. Yes. All of the rest will not reap the rewards that you're looking for if you're disconnected from yourself, spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. And we know this to be true because we've seen Michael Jackson, we've seen Whitney Houston, we've seen very famous and successful people crash and fucking burn because of this one thing that I'm trying to teach you. What you're looking for is inside. It is yourself. It is your understanding of reality and the world. You're a soul on a journey. You're temporarily in this body. You could continue that journey at any second, any moment, any time. So to understand how to play in this reality and know all the dimensions of your power as you're here on this planet, that's called soul purpose. You're giving yourself the greatest gift you can give yourself when you allow yourself to surrender to this truth and work harder on that than you do on anything else in your life. Yeah. If you want to put hard work into something, put it into this. Yeah. Because it will multiply everything else that you're doing. It's the best investment of your time. Okay? So when you wake up tomorrow and you need to make decisions about what you're doing, this question is going to be there, present in your mind. Does this allow me to live my soul purpose more? Do these people allow me to live my soul? So now you can start looking at every aspect of your life and decide for your soul. Yes, so you want to be with high vibrational frequency people that allow you to feel more connected to your soul. You want to put stuff in your body that allows you to feel more elevated and light and more powerful, right? You want to do things, whatever you're doing, where you feel the elevation, you feel the connection to passion, to life, right? Okay, let's move to the next thing. Does this enhance my genius? That's the next question, yeah? Does this enhance my genius? Some of you are still thinking that you can just randomly decide to do stuff. Like, oh, I'll just do this or I'll just do that. Stop. And ask yourself the question, does this enhance my genius? Now, I know what some of you think, like, I don't know my genius. You can ask this question, which is fantastic because it means that you still need to be busy with the first question. Because the only reason you would not know your genius is because you haven't fully become quiet enough. And I know some of you hate hearing this. You want another answer. You want like a fake answer. This is the answer. As soon as you love yourself enough to listen, you know what your talents are. You know what you're good at and what you're passionate about. And you know if you want to choose that passion and run with it. You might have 10 passions, yeah? Like some of you have, got yourself believing that you've got 10 passions. But think about it. Each passion has a pathway. And if you're still excited when you start thinking about the whole way of that path, then that's probably something you want to consider. But if you start losing interest as soon as you start to think about what you could potentially do down that pathway, it's not your pathway. So let me give you an example. I love cooking, I love art, I love music, I love so many things, and I love to explore. By the way, in the seeking phase, you get to play. That's the point of seeking phase. Do you remember the 6 stages of human evolution? You get to play. Like if you're a 10-year-old boy, he doesn't wish to be a 20-year-old boy. He's happy being a 20-year-old boy. A 10-year-old boy. He does what 10-year-old boys do, and he just has an awesome time being 10 years old. Now, some of you don't understand that there's an evolution process. So when you're seeking, you, first of all, seek connection to your soul. That's the first thing. That becomes your guiding light in everything that you do and every decision that you make. Then you start asking, how can I really live with passion? And then you realize, this is not right. This isn't right. And you play. So you say, okay, let's say you'd say, I love art. I should have always done art. Art has been a thing. You start doing art, and then you follow that thread. And some of you will gain momentum on that path, because guess what? You get more of what you focus on. You get more of what you focus on. Write that down. Anything that you decide to focus on, you will create results around that focus. It's when you get distracted, focus here, focus there, focus there, focus there, focus there, that you don't gain momentum, right? It is impossible not to focus and get results. Okay? It's not possible. It's a law. It's a law of nature. Energy goes where focus flows. Every time in my life when I focused on whatever it is, I started manifesting around my focus. Who knows this to be true because you've experienced it? Yes? Yes. Who knows this? You focus, you take your head out of other stuff and you just focus. And then you start manifesting things around your focus. It's not a coincidence. So focus is key. Focus is key. You want to create results, get focused. Yeah, and I'm talking laser focus. Laser focus. And laser focus looks like, what's my very next step? And you're totally okay to just get that step done. That's it. Because that step will reveal the next step, will reveal the next step, will reveal the next step, right? So in the seeking phase, enjoy if you're in the seeking phase. I didn't get here by not enjoying in my seeking phase. I had so much fun in the seeking phase because you are awake. You discover peace, you discover joy, you discover yourself, you're redesigning yourself. You're re-choosing your life. You're awakening from the sleep and the brainwashing that the society told you, you should do this, you should do that, you can't do this, you can't. You're throwing all that shit out and going, yes, I can. I can. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I'm free because I'm a creator. So that's the game that some of you are playing right now in the seeking phase, okay? You're starting to grow your muscles of manifestation. You're starting to grow your ability to fly and be totally happy and joyful and free. You're starting to understand how to connect with other people in a deep and meaningful way. You are growing your angel wings. This is a beautiful space to be in. So don't wish to be somewhere else. Take the time, because here you're building your foundation. You're building your foundation for the rest of your life. I have a foundation. That's why I'm able to be here and share this stuff with you guys. I took all of the time I needed to explore my painting, to explore my art, to explore music, to explore whatever it is where I felt like, ooh, I like to play with this. This lights up my soul. But always from the back inside was my meditation practice, my personal growth relationship. That was the constant that I decided, that's me. Yes? But I gave myself permission to know this and be unstoppable. Like I know it, like I know it, like I know it. Nobody can tell me something else. Nobody can come, oh, Mahima, you're not, blah, 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 blah. I might get a little bit like, oh, upset for 2 seconds, but I know who I am. Don't you want to have that kind of certainty in yourself? Yes. You want to have certainty. Nobody can tell you who you are. You get to decide who you're going to be. No one can tell me you're not capable of this. I know what I'm fucking capable of. I've proven to myself that I was able to do things I couldn't even imagine doing, right? So have fun in that, whatever stage you are. When you go into integration phase, the only reason you're moving to that phase is because you have clarity. And now you can just go, go, go. It's action time. It's time to build the relationship that's the bomb.com. It's time to build the business that's booming and making success. Your ego won't stop you because now you've done that. You've taken care of that shit in the seeking phase. You know how to silence that voice. You know how to go, sip it. Yeah, yeah. Shh, 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 shh. We are doing this. It's happening. Okay. Yes, you know how to silence yourself. So understand these stages, they're super powerful. Okay. So when you're trying to make decisions about business, about the life purpose, ask yourself the question, does this enhance my genius? And if the answer is no, say bye-bye, thank you, no. No, I'm not going to do that right now. Only do the things that enhance your genius. It takes time, which doesn't exist. to become masterful. Okay? You don't just snap your fingers and become a master. You're always growing and developing. So the sooner you choose whatever it is and decide, I'm going to become kick-ass at this. When the world thinks of whatever it is, they're going to think of me. Yeah? And not to show off to anyone. It's just fun to be a master at something, right? And let me tell you, there's always bigger levels. So it's not like, oh, I've arrived. Oh, I've arrived. Look at me. I've arrived. I'm a master. No, you're ignorant if you're there. There's always another level. And that's the fun, to stay in that game. What else can I do? What else can I do? Okay. Let's move to the next question. Let's move to the question. Okay. Does this allow me to execute on my mission? There's a question you have to be asking yourself. For those of you that know your genius and you know your mission, you need to be asking yourself all the time. All the time. When a decision is made, don't go into pros and cons. Should I do this? Shouldn't I do? Like, just ask these questions and you will have the answer yes or no very clear. These are your guiding lights. These are your foundations. Yes? Does this allow me to execute on my mission? And if the answer is no, why are you doing it? Why are you doing it? So the next question to ask yourself, does this keep me on track with my bigger vision? Does this keep? So any decision, like should I be going left? Should I be going right? These are the questions that will keep you on track.